What property should you get into if you want to start investing in real estate? Most only, think and hear about, the single family home. However, there are so many different types of properties out there. Condos, commercial properties, strip malls, land, plazas, industrial, mixed use, multi-unit. It can be overwhelming. And unless you have a mentor, which I talked about in one of my earlier videos, it can be very hard to know which property would be right for you, when you're first starting out. Luckily, you have me as your mentor. Being that you've watched all my videos, you're now a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you've downloaded my $1 Million Real Estate Investing Blueprint, and you've enrolled in my Real Estate Investing Bootcamp. So stay tuned and find out the answer to the best property to invest in when you're starting out and investing in real estate. Hey, Tyler Soulliere here, Crew Magazine Investor of the Year, and today I'm going to tell you which is the best property to invest in. You ready? It's the duplex. Now, a duplex is a 2-unit property, meaning there's 2 units under one roof. Here is actually one of the ones I own, which, as you can see, is a side-by-side duplex. And these are by far the most popular and sought-after types of duplexes around there. There are also duplexes where the units could be on top of each other. So one on the main and the other on the second floor, such as this one here that I own. Lastly, and not legally called a duplex, a property where a unit was added to the basement of a single family home, or added to maybe an addition to the back of a property, such as this property that I actually used to own, which had an addition in the back. So these additional units added to a single family home, they're usually called in-law suites, so they're not legally duplexes. And you see more and more of these, especially in major markets where places to rent, are in high demand. And it's a great way to help pay for your mortgage, since the price of real estate is so high, and that extra income this in-law suite generates will help tremendously with your expenses, your mortgage payments, your costs of that property. And that extra income, from having that extra unit is it's why I love duplexes, why I love having properties with 2 units. And it's why I tell people who are looking to invest in real estate or even purchase their first property to buy a duplex or buy a property that has an in-law suite, because that extra income the other unit gets, or the in-law suite gets, or because you added to your basement, or the income both units get, if you're not living in the property, generates much more income, helping you pay for your mortgage and helping you build equity. For now, let's just talk about legal duplexes, because there are items that I always want to make sure the property has when buying these type of properties. For one, when buying a duplex, the property has a higher chance of generating a recurring income. Whereas when purchasing just a single family home, just one rentable unit, and that tenant moves out, well, since the property is now vacant, it's making no money at all. With a duplex though, if a tenant moves out and as a result the one unit is now vacant, or your in-law unit is vacant, you still have the other unit's income to cover your cost, right? The other great thing about duplexes is the fact that you are buying a property that generates more income compared to the price. So let me explain that in detail so you get a better understanding, what that means and why I love duplexes. So let's say you're looking at a single family home, and I'll use my market of Windsor, Ontario as an example, such as this one, and it's currently listed for $200,000. But there's also a duplex for sale nearby, such as this one for $180,000. So when you break it out just on a per unit basis, well, when you buy the duplex, you're really getting 2 homes for $90,000 versus the one home, the single family home, for $200,000. And that is why I love duplexes, because you're basically owning 2 homes for a lower price than the one home. In my market, it might differ in different markets. So sure, you might not get the same amount of rent when you look at it on a per unit basis when compared to the home. However, when you add the 2 units' incomes together, it is most likely always going to be more. Of course, you're going to want to confirm that the duplex does generate a better return than the single family home based on the income and the price. And a great way to do that is by using the cap rate, and the cash on cash return financial calculations, which I will talk about in my next week's video. So those are some of the reasons why the duplex is the best property to invest in. And to be honest, I own a bunch of these because I think they are the best units to invest in. They're not many more headaches, pretty much no more headaches than when you own just a single family property. And in fact, it's better because all the issues and repairs are under one roof, making it easier to manage versus having two homes in different areas possibly. So I hope you found the information I shared with you useful in your real estate investing career. And before I go, I invite you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with a friend, and hit the like button. Well, one more thing, every week, and I've said this before, I have new videos about investing in real estate. So check back next week. As I said, I'll be talking about cap rates and cash on cash returns to help you analyze a property. And be sure to check out some of my recent videos right here. Thank you, and see you at the next one.